Well folks, no repairs today. Today we're doing a wee bit of maintenance. Got the room here all painted up, all tidied up and freshened up. But I decided as well while I'm at it, just to change the carpet too, because it's getting a little bit old and worn on, especially around the door. So that's what we're going to do today. Rip out this old carpet, put on some fresh stuff. And the first thing is get out the bed, make some room here. Luckily I made it so that it can be dismantled. I think I used long enough screws anyway for it. It should just come apart. Unless I glued this too. No, I actually mortised it on. Taking one mess and just putting it into another room. Gotta get this done today, otherwise the boys will have nowhere to sleep. Now I want to give the floor a good sweep as well, but before I do that, I'm going to take the opportunity to actually find any of the squeaky floorboards and actually put a screw down on them to quieten them up a wee bit now when I have the chance. Anywhere else that's still squeaky, like this here wee patch job that you just can't really quieten down because it's in the middle, I'm just going to pump a little bit of wood glue into it and hopefully it'll settle down and quieten it up. You only need to do this here on the traffic areas though. If it's under a bed or a wardrobe, don't worry about it. Plus this might help hold in the underlay too. Now, hopefully, that's me ready. Floor is cleaned, any squeaky bits are screwed down, 3 bits is glued down as well, so hopefully the floor will be a little bit quieter as well. Also, went for the thicker underlay too, so that'll help deaden any sound as well. Tools, you're going to need a kicker bar, bit of contact adhesive. You also need a tuck for tucking on the carpet and maybe a hammer, but we'll get them later. First thing now is get down the underlay. This can down as many pieces as you like. You can cut it any which way, normally put it down 2 halves, but make sure you glue the edges down and the seam in the middle too, because as you put the carpet on and actually kick it tight or tuck it in, you're pulling it across the floor or moving it around, you don't want the underlay underneath to actually ride up or move or make a gap underneath. So make sure you put a bit of spray contact adhesive on the floor and then stick the underlay on top of it to hold it in place. Or you can put down a few staples in it as well, just to make sure it doesn't shift. Then we'll get the carpet down over the top, get it in position, give it a rough cut, then we'll start tucking and kicking it into position. Now the carpet as well, I had to get extra and go bigger because the actual roll that comes off is shorter than the length of this room, so didn't want to put a joint in up here. Could have got away with it down here just at the bed, but didn't really want to joint it, so we just took the full roll, or unrolled the roll so it runs the whole way across the room. So we're going to have a good bit cut off on this here side. We'll get it down here first and get some of the excess slice off it. Now we don't need the underlay on top of the actual gripper strips. Not changing these either, just leaving the original ones because there's nothing wrong with them. Put the underlay to the back of here, so it's just bolted up to the gripper.
Come on. Big good boy now. Is that okay? Can I get the door here now? Come on. Come on, please. Can you come now? Very sure, sorry.
Right, that's the easy bit done. Underlay down, cut the size and glued on. Now for the hard part, getting this thing unrolled and getting it fitted. Okay, think I'll be happy enough with that. Should work out alright. Just make sure all the edges are actually up higher than where you want it to be, so you have something to actually cut off and tuck in. Don't be leaving yourself too short. Now, as long as you have it up a little bit, you should be okay, because you're going to have to kick it all in and actually stretch it out and pull it back, so you'll have a little bit extra at the end, and that's when you'll get out these here wrinkles as well, these creases, whenever you're actually kicking it back and tucking it in to hook it onto the grippers. So make sure you're happy with the way it's sitting. Doesn't matter this one because it's a plain carpet, but if there's any patterns or lines or anything, make sure it's running in line with your room. Make sure you've got it set up right before you start attaching it or cutting it. So should be good to go with this now, I hope. First thing we've got to do is cut in this here fire breast. So hopefully I'm right now, because there's no going back after you cut it. Right, I think I'm good. Get rid of this excess now. Now tools, we don't need money. This is the main thing. Kicker, this is just hooks to hook onto the carpet and grip it. They're all facing this way. So the grip as you're going forward, and then a soft rubber back for actually kicking with your knee. And this is for actually shifting the carpet and actually tightening it all up, pushing it all into the corners, take out any creases and stretch out the carpet throughout the room. So you're sticking this down, kicking it, and tucking the carpet in, hooking it on to the hooks, the nails on the actual boards along the perimeter of the room. So I'm going to do this now just to get out a few of the creases here, but then we'll start on the corners first when we're doing it properly. That's it, just initially tightened up and the creases taken out. They're not actually hooked under the nail bar yet. Just want to get one of these here yokes, these kicker bars. Don't have to go out and buy one. You can just go and hire one from a hire shop. I just got this one from our local moville tool hire shop. Just rented it for the day instead of going and buying one. Ram them into the corners now, hook it on, and then do the adjacent corner of the diagonal line. Hook that one on into the actual nails, pull the corners tight, and then work your way around, kicking on the carpet and tucking it down onto the nails to grip the whole way around. Then afterwards then we can start cutting the carpet and tucking it in. when you get to something like a radiator that has two fixed points, you don't want to cut it before you pull it either side, because if you cut here and here and then pull the carpet tight in, you'll actually move the cut lines and you'll be left with a gap. So tuck it on both corners first before you cut these here lines on. Now this divide between the bedroom and the hall, between the two carpets, I wasn't planning on changing this, but as I ripped up the old carpet, all the little spikes actually tore out of it. They're only actually aluminium, one-way teeth, same as the actual boards, these here. But these are a lot weaker, so once you actually pull the carpet out, you bend them back and they just tear out. So I'm going to have to change this as well. And just cut the size. Now, all I need to do now is just cut the carpet in the middle of this here trim. I know I'm scoring the trim, but there's actually lines on it anyway, so I'll not see the cut lines even if you do it against it. Now, bunched up here a little bit, but that's what you have a kicker bar for. Now, that's it. All fitted. Nicely finished off. Not bad for a first time fitting a carpet. Quite chuffed with that actually. I also have to take off the door because I couldn't get the carpet underneath here with the door fitted, so just pulled that off. I fit that little bit, but it's not hard to stick a door back on. Now, just have to tidy up, get the hoover out and hoover up all the little loose ends. That should be her ready to go. Then we do the painful task of fitting all the furniture again, taking it all back in and refitting the door. So it might be another long evening yet.